today in what you could argue is a golden age of ideas. What do we need to do? How can we prepare ourselves to future-proof our careers?
I'm here with Dorie Clark, my wonderful friend, world authority in the area of helping people get their message across in a crowded marketplace. You know, a lot of people under time pressure. How can I get this content out quickly enough? You have an amazing record. I think 250 articles in Forbes, 180 in Harvard Business Review. You are great at cranking it out, getting that stuff out the door. Our listeners, give them a couple of quick tips on how maybe they can overcome writer's block, overcome being stuck, and get those good ideas out there.
Absolutely, Marshall. Well, of course, creating content is essential because in today's economy, we're known for our ideas. That's how people recognize that we're good at what we do. So sharing that content publicly is key to it. So I have developed a few strategies for how to develop content more quickly. The first one is oftentimes people get hung up on what they should even write about. And so a good starting place is to make note of it. For instance, when you're at a cocktail party or a networking event, what are the questions that people keep asking you about your field or about your profession? If you just write them down, keep a list. Also, you can go to the website Quora. It's a question and answer website. And people have posted questions about your industry. And you could use that as a starting off point to say, oh, well, I'll write about that. So that begins to answer that question. The second piece that I like to suggest for people when it comes to creating effective content more quickly is a quick outlining format, because fundamentally it really goes back to the principles that we probably learned in middle school or junior high school. For any piece that we're doing, you want to have 3 to 5 key points. And so sometimes it can feel overwhelming if you're trying to do it all in one fell swoop. But if you can go through and say, well, what are 5 things that I might say to the world about personal branding or about effective marketing or whatever your field is, you can often just create bullet points and then flesh them out later. And the third and final point that I'll suggest about rapidly creating content is that it's useful to know who you're writing for. And so what I like to recommend is that people create a target list of ideal publications. You subscribe to their e-newsletters or subscribe, but don't just read the articles. Actually analyze them. Understand what are the topics they write about and begin to look for holes in what they're not covering but should. That can enable you to find your angle in, and you can write pieces that hopefully will be accepted because it fits the type of topic that they cover, but they haven't quite covered that piece yet. It's sort of a scientific analysis of how you can break in and offer value.
Yeah, I love what you're saying. Peter Drucker always taught me the person that has the power to make the decision is going to make the decision. They're the customer, not you. They don't have to buy, you have to sell. And what I love about what you just said is from a sales perspective, you're really respecting the customer. You're doing your homework. You're studying what they need. And then when you're making a presentation, it's based on a person who's really selling to their needs, not selling to your needs. So I love it. Thank you.
Thanks.